reunion for a while now. The metamorphosis which started in 2002 seems to finally be coming to an end. As much as my writings are a lifeline for me, the shifts and challenges have been such that I haven't been able to post any new material for a while. I am treading on uncharted territory here. Nevertheless, during this time of intense transformation I have been left in no doubt about the importance of surrender and of having faith in the process. Staying surrendered creates miracles, and it definitely has for my union. When I started writing this blog almost a year ago as a testimony of love for the man I refer to here as my twin flame as well as a declaration of faith in the twin flame journey, I had no idea how I would navigate the huge changes I saw coming my way. This year, however, I have felt the hand of fate push me into the direction I had always known I needed to take, reaffirming what I always knew. As a result, guided by events which seemed to come to my aid, I finally left my marriage of 8 years. Something that was long overdue for reasons completely unrelated to my twin flame. Divorce is never an easy solution, and with small children involved even less so. However, nothing new is ever birthed without pain. Free. One of the most popular questions I receive on my blog is what is going on with my union, and what happened since the events in my post-twin flame reunion. Self-love is the key to illumination, Part 1 and Part 2. There are many reasons as to why I haven't shared this part of my journey yet. Firstly, the magnitude of events was such that it required me to take time out, not only to act upon the guidance prompting me to move into the new, but also to allow myself to believe in what I was hearing and seeing from my twin flame. I wanted to keep it close to my heart because of how precious every interaction with him during the past year has been. It is still hard for me to open up about the events of the past months, in particular as it relates to things he has revealed to me and all the long-lost dreams and hopes this has reignited in me. Even more so, it has been difficult because it exposes how vulnerable he makes me. How he alone has the power to turn my ultimate dreams into reality, or to crush them, once again. The thing is, I have been feeling empowered, happy with where I am going, and with myself ever since I started practicing self-love. Nevertheless, there is no denying that loving me equals loving him. As I open myself up more and more to him, to love, to our union, I still find myself at times wishing I had worked more on myself. Although I have surrendered and learned to control the triggers, remaining in balance is still a challenge. I can only imagine what turmoil he has gone through during this time. After all, how would you feel if your twin flame returned to you after a decade of being married to someone else, just as you had finally made peace with yourself, with your religion and with your wife? I have come to understand that the twin flame union is a balancing act, not only of the inner masculine and feminine energies, but also of the intense energy between the twins. To make it lasting requires the unwavering, eyes wide open participation of both twins. Both must trust that everything happens for a reason and according to divine timing. One twin simply cannot force the other into union, even though the progress one twin makes on their spiritual path is often quickly replicated by the other. The only real tool that we have for making our union happen is our own spiritual growth. Union only comes at the end of the process, and cements itself into the physical when both twins have reached a level of spiritual and emotional maturity and choose to step up as co-creators. Since I reconnected with my twin last year, I have kept eyes on my paper, and during long silences, doing my best to allow his conflicting messages about our past, present and future without judgment, demands or expectations, preferring to trust my deep inner knowing about where things are headed for us. I have stopped trying to give him all the answers, or even thinking that I have them. I want him to feel empowered and not give his power away to anyone, not even me. I prefer to allow the cosmic laws to operate in their own timing, trusting the journey and staying concentrated on bringing forth what is real for me. Amazingly, this seems to then, in its own time, allow my reality to reorganize and manifest itself in the most perfect ways. Life-is-an-echo. As I share a little more of my story, You must understand that what has happened in my union is nothing short of a miracle. Something only this divine, transformative love with its endless creative potential can give birth to. Last time my twin flame opened up about his feelings for me almost a decade ago, he denied that we had any soulmate/partner/wife love chemistry whatsoever and told me how he had never ever pictured me as a potential girlfriend, wife, or the other half, including the moments he caressed me, kissed me or made love to me. He also told me that the physical side of the relationship had been a bonus and a different kind of a physical communication and nourishment, insisting that this was how he had felt from day one, and how difficult it had always been to make me understand this. He also believed I had expectations and was trying to make him to be something he did not want to be. Our wonderful time together hadn't been a gameplay or a lie, he said, however it was only ever meant to be a temporary thing, and our reunion, as passionate and emotional as it had been a mistake. I don't think anyone can call me delusional for not believing a word he said. After all, this was a man who from the first time he laid his eyes on me pursued me endlessly, and with whom I passionately reunited with 3 years later. He was also the man who always made it clear to me that our connection and the feelings I ignited in him were not only special, overwhelming and eternal, but unlike anything he had ever known with anyone else. During times together and apart we shared many metaphysical, telepathic, synchronistic and energetic events. Even in his attempts to friend-zone me he constantly crossed the line, even when I asked him not to, and sincerely offered my friendship and acceptance of his choice to remain married. We were forever floating between him ignoring me, and then flirting, sharing wonderful moments and deep, spiritual conversations with promises of things to come. And although he reassured me of our special friendship, filled with caring and sharing, he constantly failed to be just that, a friend. What he didn't understand was that I was not expecting a romantic relationship out of him. I had known from the start that what we chose to be to each other in this life could never change the fact that we are one. What I wanted was to have a chance to be what we already were, without calibration, dilemmas or him shutting me out because he wasn't able to handle his feelings for me. In my mind, the field of possibilities of what we could be was, and still is, so vast. As you can imagine, I was heartbroken and angry when he told me this. I was beyond the point of caring, the emotional price had become too much to pay. I understood that for him to feel the real power of the connection and our love, I had to allow him the time and space to feel it without my interference. After all, if he really thought the connection was temporary and I was trying to force it, then what better way for him to see clearly than with me long gone, no longer a part of his life, yet with the connection persisting and with his feelings for me not only remaining but growing, bringing him ever closer to love, to source, to himself, to me. Certainly if I trusted what I knew already back then, he would one day see the light, yet I had no way of knowing if it would be in this lifetime. It took every bit of my strength to let go of my dearest dream of having a life, or even a friendship, with him, but I did it, putting all my faith into knowing that I would be with him again if and when it was meant to be. When I met my husband and started a family, I didn't think I would ever get the opportunity to be with him again in this lifetime. We hope this channel has helped you discover where to start on your actual path. It's a good karma to put a like, subscribe and share. Leave your suggestion in the field below. With all the love to you.